one-game homestand for the 8th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners, playing their 5th game in 9 days with over 4,700 miles of travel through 3 different time zones. But we know they're at the Lloyd Noble Center tonight, and it's been just the opposite for their opponent. The East Texas A&M Lions are playing for the first time in 10 days. They're here in Norman for the first time ever. It's the first meeting between these two programs. Great to be alongside Pooh Williamson. I'm Chad McKee. Put your coaching hat back on for just a moment. What have the last 10 days been like for each of these programs?
Well, total opposites to begin with, Chad. Jenny Baranczyk and the Sooners, they spent most of the time talking about their opponents. Scouting report after scouting report. Valerie King and East Texas A&M, they had 10 straight days. 5 of those just talked about themselves. The last 2 or 3 talked Sooners and scouting report.
Yeah, and I bet that scouting report included Aaliyah Chavez, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week. Amazing 3-game stretch of 21-plus points and better than 50% from three-point range. What do you think of this hot stretch?
Chad, what is there to not like about Aaliyah Chavez in this stretch? You're talking 21.7 points a game, 4.7 boards, 4 assists, shooting 55% from the field, but 52% behind that three-point arc. Right now, as we see that little hesitation, Aaliyah is cooking with hot grease.
Especially that one right there, a buzzer beater from half court at the end of a half. She is one of 4 former McDonald's High School All-Americans on this roster. Sahara Williams, Reagan Beers, Peyton Verhulst as well. All of them very, very capable.
Chad, any of the 3 right there on the screen, capable of going 25 to 30 any given night.
But the defense took center stage for Oklahoma this past Sunday, holding Western Carolina to 32 points on the road. That's the fewest of the Jenny Baranczyk era, 2nd fewest in program history. And for East Texas A&M, just don't know that much about them. Limited sample size of only 3 games. What do we think we know about the Lions?
Well, Coach King wants to play with pace, and I mean, you have to be careful when you do that against these Sooners. And she said they wanted to take advantage and work on the things they needed to fix. You're going to get tested tonight, Chad.
First touch is a backdoor cut to Peyton Verhulst, and up and in. What is that, 10 seconds in, and the Sooners are on the board already.
Doesn't take long, and then Sahara right now leading the team in assists, tied with Aaliyah Chavez with that first dime of the night.
Yeah, they are both tied for 8th in the SEC. Sahara Williams and Aaliyah Chavez in assists in the early going. Lions working it over. That's a quick 3. They won't take a whole lot of those, but off the mark out of the hands of Tiani Ellison. As we take a look at the Sooners starting 5, you know it well. Zaya Van, the sophomore guard out there, and Verhulst, Williams, Reagan Beers, and Chavez. 4 former McDonald's High School All-Americans. Reagan Beers off to an excellent start as well, as Beers has 3 20-plus point double-doubles already this year. Chavez gunning no. And a quick rebound stepping to it is Alva Hedrich, East Texas A&M. The starting 5, Coral Horvath, big important player, 17 against UT Dallas. And we just saw the 3 by Hedrich, who is the post player, but she'll shoot 3s as well. Shot clock down to 10. Going to work, Poe. Ellison spins in, tries a foul line jumper, and ties this game at 2 apiece.
Oh, yeah, nice little pull up. And that is not a bad possession if you're East Texas.
Quick 3 ball the other way. And it doesn't take Zaya Van long to pull the trigger on that one.
Not at all. I couldn't even get A&M out, Chad. East Texas A&M, that is. Sooners don't blink.
Be careful trying to run with Oklahoma. Horvath misses. Chavez attacks. Tried to find Beers inside. Taken away. Here comes Reza Poe. Poe stop and pop. Lefty won't drop. And the rebound to Sahara Williams. Oklahoma very deep. Young with some of that depth, but won't be afraid to just continue in attack mode. There's a turnover batted away from Reagan Beers underneath, and then a foul on the backside. Jenny Baranczyk. Yeah, coaches, they love practice time, and she especially having so many young players on the roster, inexperienced players, but they haven't been able to do that. And she talked to us about part of the learning process has been just playing games, learning different scouting reports, which is not necessarily an easy thing for young players.
Well, and then that's the second part of that, Chad, is she's learning her team because she has so many new faces, along with the ones that we know so well. But it's a process.
How does each player want to be coached? How do they react? And what's their method for learning? Going through all of that, though, in the early stages, with only 1 loss to UCLA. 2 minutes in, Beers can't let her get that deep. She will bury you and score it. Her first 2.
When she gets you in that restricted arc, Chad, gets 2 feet in that paint, I mean, you are in trouble. One of the best things talking to Coach Jenny, though, was when she said, you know, they watched so much tape and film. I said tape, I'm old. So much film that she didn't know if I think it's a good thing, is it? But you just don't know because every team is so different.
Yes, tape being the ancient version of the digital hard drive, what it is now. There's a turnover against the Lions. A rare one there for Poe when she's involved. They're generally pretty secure. And there's Valerie King, third season as head coach at East Texas A&M. They are 2-1, wins over UNT Dallas and UT Dallas as Chavez misfires. But as she said, they need to fix them. And they had 5 straight days that they just worked on what needed to get fixed for them. What were those things, immediate things they felt like they needed to address?
Well, one of the things she talked about was just, you know, rebounding the basketball, especially playing against a team as big and strong as Oklahoma. And then the biggest thing she said, Chad, as we see Aaliyah right there picking up where she's left off, was just, you know, be true to who we are.
And then a turnover in the backcourt after Chavez got her first field goal. East Texas A&M with a couple of early turnovers. And Oklahoma has had 4 of its starting 5 score, 9-2, quick lead. This is a 7-0 run. See the turnover numbers as Megan Beers gets that Jordan laced back up.
Well, and the Sooners, that's one of the things talking about that. They had back-to-back turnovers. And applying a little full-court pressure. 2 quick turnovers also by the East Texas A&M Lions, Chad.
Williams trying to flash free. The Sooners turn it over for the 3rd time as Ellison picks it up. And the Lions start the other way. That's Amaya Boyce out there, number 10. That's another quick 3, and that one drops this time. 1 of 2 now for Ellison. And that's her first made 3 of the year.
Just about to say that, Chad. You beat me to the punch. She's known for doing her work in the paint.
Williams turns and goes, and she will go to the free throw line for a pair. What a great start Sahara Williams is off to. Jen Baranchek said this stretch that they've been on, in particular the last couple of games, she has wanted to make herself a more complete player, and see that reflected in the assist numbers, the rebounding numbers, and I think in Oklahoma's defensive effort against Western Carolina the other day.
You just took the words out of my mouth, Chad. You act like you and I have sat beside one another a few times because, you know, talking to Coach Jenny, she said that you know, Sahara sets the tone. She's the defensive tone setter, and everyone else follows her lead. And I said one person can make a majority of times. Sahara is that majority on that defensive end.
Yeah, one of the things that she did so well for the USA basketball 3-on-3 team the 2 times that she's played is just being a rugged defender and competitor. She's as competitive as anybody out there.
Oh, she is going to fight you tooth and nail for every ounce and inch of that floor.
Poe knocks down a 3. So East Texas A&M now with a couple of made 3s to keep it close at 11-8.
She shoots it at 36% from behind that arc.
Chavez rimmed out Williams, and she's done that effectively this year, the offensive rebound.
Chad, 3.4 offensive rebounds per game. How many times do I say that is an effort stat?
Jump hook turning over the left shoulder as Ellison counters, and we go back and forth. The Lions not afraid to run. They pick up a loose ball, and Poe converts it the other way. We've got a 1-point game.
Well, Coach King said this is their style. They want to play with pace, and you know it. I mean, the Sooners, you say pace, you're talking OU basketball because that is what they do as well or better than anyone in the country.
Williams is fouled as Ellison got her. 2 more free throws here for Sahara Williams. And there is Valerie King in her 3rd season. She was on the staff at New Mexico and then came to East Texas A&M. They changed their name from Texas A&M Commerce, and what's really cool about them, you see, she was a great shooter at Cincinnati, program record for 3s, but
it's a lot of 3s. That's a lot of buckets.
They have made the jump from Division II to Division I in the Southland Conference, and they are postseason eligible this time. That's a year ahead of schedule. They got everything in the right place, you know, dotted all of the I's, crossed all the T's. That process is not easy, but here they are. They can play in the postseason this year.
Well, that says a lot for their administration and their university and what they're doing for that team and that program going Division I. And the Southland is a tough conference, as you know, Chad.
22 conference games. In fact, they're going to start conference play Saturday at Southeastern, the reigning champs of the league.
That is a grind. 22 conference games.
Yeah, most of any league in the country.
I got a slight headache just by you saying that, Chad.
Cora Horvath is off the mark with that one. Here come the Sooners, 14-12 Oklahoma, midway through the opening period. Verhulst knocks that one down.
I mean, just so many weapons out there for the Sooners. That was a really good, simple as good play by Zaya Van. And if Peyton Verhulst gets her feet shoulder squared, chalk that up.
Yep, you can put it up there on the scoreboard. Sooners by 5. Horvath, Verhulst might have gotten a piece of that one, and it clatters over to Williams.
You know what? Something that's very subtle, but Peyton was playing in the rear view right there and affected that shot, Chad.
Back cut by Sahara Williams, but it bounds out of bounds. And it will stay right here with the Sooners. We get our first substitutions and our first break of the night. Peyton Verhulst knocking down the Sooner 3. Oklahoma's made a couple of them so far, Poop.
Well, I mean, as I said earlier, this was easy. Simple is good. Just a little left-hand push pass and feet, shoulders squared. And if she tees it up like that, 1, 2, 3, Peyton Verhulst, Chad. Chalk it up.
Years. They really mentor these young players. They've taken it upon themselves to help with the learning process. And the learning process, as we said, has been different for them because of all the games they've played. Verhulst catch and shoot 3. That's down. Look out. She's got 2 to go already.
Just so capable, too. Like we said, I mean, she sees one go in, that basket just gets bigger and bigger for her.
Largest lead for the Sooners. Hesitation there by Keziah Castillo. The rotational defense. Oklahoma's got Beatrice Culleton in there, and a couple of the other youngsters. Keziah Lofton is in, and Kaya Smith. There's Beatrice Culleton, senior.
Just a presence in that paint. She brings a toughness in there. Anchor in that post for the Sooners.
Culleton blocks that shot. It's her second of the season, and there's a turnover. Oklahoma wants to run.
Kaya Smith with that deflection caused that turnover, Chad.
Oklahoma with their length and athleticism can be really good defensively. Van, the strip and the miss. Rebound secured by Lofton, and she's backing up and in with it.
Just an active lefty, Chad, right there talking about Keziah Lofton. Just plays with so much length, athleticism, and just gives that effort and energy every night she's on the floor for the Sooners.
9 straight Oklahoma points, and it's taken them 1:45 to go on this 9-0 run.
They can just hit you in waves, Chad.
See where the Lions go. A 3 by Poe is a little off the mark. And Kaya Smith pulls it away. How about having a 6'1" player that can just bring it up court like that?
Oh, you can just tell her confidence level just grows every night they play. Oh.
Sizzling start for Peyton Verhulst, her third made 3.
Oh, you better find her. You better locate number 12. Her name is Peyton Verhulst, and she's a microwave, Chad.
Turnover Lions. Lofton races to the rim and in. And Oklahoma pulling away early. It's the Sooners by 15.
I mean, they just, spurtability is an understatement, Chad. They can just hit you in so many ways, so many ball handlers, and this is a defensive lineup that you see out here right now for these Sooners.
This is a 14-0 run. Lions got to have a good shot. Boyce trying to get one. It comes from Poe. Good look, and she knocks it home.
Very capable scorer. We talked about 36%. She shoots just under 4 threes per game.
Sooners try to counter. Yeah, Poe began her collegiate career at Cal. Started there and came to East Texas A&M after spending time at New Mexico. As we told you that Valerie King was on the New Mexico staff prior to coming to East Texas A&M, so they have that connection.
Well, in talking to Coach King, she said, tough as nails. That was the quote she used right there talking about Poe.
When you're 5'2", playing at the Division I level, you're going to be as tough as nails.
Think about that. Playing the Division I, started out in a Power 4 level program, and you're 5'2", you know she's tough.
Zion Lofton bangs home another one. She's got 4. This is Nina Horvath, the sisters who played together. One in, one out right now. Boyce missed the runner. Zaya Van, open look at a 3. Sooners are sizzling from 3-point range. Chad, they made 5 of 7.
I mean, chalk them up, give the 3 to Zaya, but I think that was Kaya Smith, if I'm not mistaken, who threw that pass with a great skip pass. You have to get a look at that. But
you're right. It was Kaya Smith.
Unbelievable pass right there. And give Zaya the credit for the make, but Kaya with a dime right there, spoon feeding her for the 3.
That'll be a foul on Beatrice Culleton. Oklahoma set to substitute here. Sooners on a 19-3 run in the last 4 minutes.
I mean, we talk spurtability, and I mean, the Sooners just hit you in waves, man.
So back in comes Reagan Beers. and Aaliyah Chavez. We see the first appearance of Brooklyn Stewart. And there's that pass you were talking about.
This led to the three where the Sooners are 5 for 7 from behind the arc right now. We talked about cooking with that hot grease. That grease is still hot right now, Chad.
Fish fried, donut, grease, whatever you want. It is all hot right now. Castillo able to wiggle free inside and convert that. Chavez back out there. Stewart, high-low pass. Beers with the left hand this time.
So good at getting that deep post position. And when she gets you that deep, I said you're in trouble. And that left hand over the right shoulder, she loves that. And she's very capable of going right hand over the left shoulder as well.
Beers has 4 early points. This is Nina Horvath with the runner. Lofton, another rebound. She's got 3 since she came in. This time it's Stewart posting. A little off balance, but had a good look at it. Castillo transitions the other way. Horvath fouled. Chavez came running through.
Yeah, I think they got Aaliyah on the arm right there. One of those, I mean, that's one of the things, as talented as she is, you still remember that she's a freshman because, you know, you don't want to foul a jump shooter. Seeing if that is a 3, I'm guessing. Yep.
So that's Maj Forsberg over there. He's going to have a look and see if the foot was behind the line. As Jenny Baranczyk huddles up with her team. What a great start offensively for Oklahoma. And you learn a lot. It is not necessarily easy to navigate the stretch that they have been through with 5 games, 9 days, 3 time zones. But, man, you can sure learn a lot. No distractions when you're on the road a lot like that.
And I'll tell you what I'm learning, Chad, from sitting here for the first 9 minutes and 5 seconds. The Sooners can score. They can put the ball in the hole. And you have great offensive players, but they're unselfish. They move the ball pops. And that's Jenny's system. We talk about it year in and year out. They're always top 2 or 3 in the country when it comes to assists.
Let's have a look at this 3-point try. Hard to see Chavez running across.
After review, the shooters seem to be behind the line. She will attempt 3 free throws.
So there you go. We were talking about scoring. Oklahoma set a school record for scoring last year. A little better than 82 points per game. This year, they're averaging 83 per game. That is 9th in the SEC.
You didn't say 9th in the country either, did you?
In the SEC.
that is, scoring is up, but it always has a way of working itself out. So we're going to revisit this in about 6 weeks, Chad.
Yes, we will. And all season long, we'll revisit it. But this Oklahoma team, as is typical of Jenny Baranczyk, they lead the SEC in assists, 21 per game, and they're first in rebounds as well.
Yes, they do. And a part of that is the high possession game, which they get it up and down. They play with such pace. And you have Reagan Beers and players like that out there. It doesn't hurt either when you talk rebound.
They're up 17-4 on the boards tonight. Reaches foul there. 43 seconds to go. Reagan Beers picking up that foul.
Sooners not in the bonus yet. No one away.
3 team fouls. Go right back to Beers. Stripped. The right to Chavez. And that one's taken away.
That's a number that Jenny's not going to be too happy with right now. A little tap dancing going there, Chad. You know, I think everyone travels.
3 short from Sarah Gatwich, but the follow shot is up and good. Just right place, right time there for Nylock Dak.
Picking up the loose change. Dak right there. Sooners a hold for the last.
Chavez out high with the shot clock off. It's a little seam. Jumper from the baseline, no. Stewart had it for a moment. Taken away by Ellison. Her half-court heave just missed. Pretty close. Oklahoma, though, 34 points in the opening quarter. They led by 17 at one stage. The advantage is 13 after the opening 10 minutes.
Chad, the Sooners have 10 assists in the first quarter. I mean, my math searched correctly. That's on pace for 40.
It looks that way. Peyton Verhulst helping to lead the charge for the Sooners. She's in double figures, and Oklahoma takes a 13-point lead to period 2 at the Lloyd Noble Center.
5 for 5 from behind the arc.
6 different players have scored. Verhulst leads the way with 11. East Texas A&M were able to stay in it. This game was 13-12, but the Sooners went on a 14-0 run. Got out to a 27-12 lead, and it's going to be tough for the Lions to get back into it.
Well, they just hit you so fast, Chad. You and I talked about it. I mean, did it feel like they scored 34 points in the first quarter? It doesn't. And that's how easy it flows and comes for this Sooner group.
Verhulst forces the held ball with Ellison. Just came up from behind and got Oklahoma the possession.
Just a savvy play by a veteran player right there. You expose that ball, and Peyton, known for making threes and jump shots, but showing you she can do a little something on that defensive end as well. It's a smart play.
Chavez, a step-back 3. And Hedrich has the rebound. Here come the Lions. This is Castillo all the way into the rim. And Verhulst grabs the rebound. Oklahoma wants to push quickly. Sahara Williams. Double team arrives. They can be so good with this. Beers steps away and buries it. She's got range.
She really does. I mean, she stepped out and showed that she can step out and make those. Made 12 threes last season. That was a long 2, if I'm not mistaken, but showing you she has the range to get out there behind that arc.
Ellison wanted to shoot the 3, and we've got an Oklahoma foul. That'll be on Zaya Van as she grabbed a hold of Kazaya Castillo.
See her Reagan right here, Chad. Gonna take a peek, stepping out, hitting that high post J.
Trust us, she hit it.
Yes, it did go in. Sooners love to zone this up on the baseline out of bounds.
That was tipped by Verhulst. It'll stay here. He's trying to convince the official that it bounced off of Castillo, but I think the official was right on top of it.
All my years of officiating in practice, I never once agreed with what one of the players said, I don't think, Chad.
Yeah, can get that. 15 to shoot for East Texas A&M.
Sooners love, like I said, that baseline out of bounds. They zone it up and try to match up.
Little room in there for Castillo, but she couldn't complete the play, and Beers has another rebound.
Nice move right there, though. Castillo vaulted up there in the paint.
Sahara Williams, and Oklahoma has made 6 threes.
And the rim is big, and Sahara got off the snide right there, Chad. She was 0 for 10 before making that one, and all you need to do is see one go in. So don't be surprised if she throws a few more in the bucket tonight.
Very capable 3-point shooter.
Yes, she is.
Really worked hard on that shot as Beers stripped it. Verhulst took it.
And it's funny how that works, Chad. You just need to see one because you know she's in here working at it.
Look at Williams run the break. She puts her hands high into the air. She has been dropping dimes this year.
Yes, she has. That is why she leads this team in assists. Her head and eyes are up, and she just shows she can do so many things. And right now she's Dame Lillard dropping dimes. Wasn't that his rap song?
Yes, it was. Here's another rebound. Beers 8 points, 4 rebounds. Here comes Chavez, stop and pop. A little short on that 3.
Just a little short. That's one that she's very capable. That's one that Coach Baranchek talked to us about, Chad. She makes that pull-up 3.
Love the hustle of Van to create that turnover. Chavez, teardrop, splash.
So good. I mean, DCO, that defense creating offense, they just hit you in spurts, and it's a boxing match, Chad. They just keep jabbing you till you just submit.
6 steals for Oklahoma now. Chavez, pitch ahead. Williams, yes. Timeout, East Texas A&M. Rebound and run. And nobody in the country does it better than Oklahoma does.
Nobody, Chad. And no one does it as well as them with 14 assists right now. I mean, and we're not even close to halftime. Dropping dime, Sahara. Sooners up 24. So that might be 15 assists out of the 18 made field goals. I don't know.
We're going to have to go back and review the film and give her an assist on that.
She has a coach's assist in my book right now.
That's a coach's assist? Is there a different, an official assist from a coach's assist? Well, you were a point guard.
I would beg for some of those assists. So that may be why I'm giving Sahara that extra one right now. You're right. Good call.
I'm with you.
Good call, Chad. You called me out, but you're right.
No, I'm not calling you. I'm just making sure everybody knows all the facts. They run Poe off the three-point line. Under 10 to shoot. Late shot clock here for the Lions.
Sort of very solid right here in the stingy man-to-man.
Ellison lost it. Hit ahead for Chavez. Runs right to the bucket and got it. Horvath had her back turned, and Chavez went right to the bucket for two more. Really good pass, that outlet, that pitch ahead right there by Peyton Verhulst to start that break. Lions get their first bucket of the second quarter. It comes from Amaya Boyce, a player that Valerie King calls the heartbeat of this squad. Said she's been through thick and thin with Coach King, and just tough as nails was the way she described her as well. I told her, anyone that shoots 7 free throws a game and commits 4 fouls, you know they're tough. You know what? As long as you don't get a 5th foul, there's nothing wrong with getting 4. Yeah, play with 4 all day long. That's a tough stat. Yeah. Zaya Van, a little handoff there from Culleton, but couldn't land the 3. Nyla Dack is in there, sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska. Her second season on this roster for the Lions. Good defense there by Verhulst. Poe can't shake Sahara Williams, and the shot clock is down to 10 again. Sahara's like Velcro, Chad. Very sticky on the defensive end. Stewart defending Ellison. There's a shot just over the top by Boyce. Van takes off. Nice dump inside, and Williams converts again. She's got a dozen. She is so good around that basket. Just getting better and better at finishing, but very impressive. Something that goes unnoticed was Keziah Lofton with that rebound, the defensive rebound. She stretched out and had some plastic man type arms right there on that rebound. Stretch Armstrong, right? Hey, Inspector Gadget. Yeah. Again, showing our age, Chad. And look at this, just so unselfish. A little pitch ahead right there by Lofton, and simple is good. That's the second time I've said that about a Zaya Van play. Simple is good. That was an easy play, easy pass, give you an assist, and give Sahara 2 points. All these young players, Lofton just a freshman, and then you've got the 2 sophomores, Kaya Smith and Zaya Van out there with Verhulst and Beatrice Culleton. Smith got a hand on that. She's just so active. Kaya Smith, that's what she does. Can play multiple positions, does a lot of things, but she hangs her hat on that defensive end and just playing with, being a disruptor. That would be a way to describe her. Yeah, she had to learn by watching last year. Different this time. She's going to learn by playing a little bit more. And she does. She brings the juice on that defensive end, which I'm sure Jenny does not mind. Culleton right back to Verhulst. 3's on the way. And off the mark for the first time tonight. Verhulst has made 3 of 4. Held ball, possession arrow heads the other way to East Texas A&M. Well, that was a heat check right there, Chad. That was it's very capable now. Peyton can make that shot from that range, but she was just saying, hey, I haven't missed one yet. Let me see if I can keep going a little deeper here. 11 points for Verhulst. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. That's just kind of a typical half for Peyton Verhulst. What she does. I always go back to that triple-double in that game last year against Duke. She is a potential triple-double any given night. One of the things that has made her such a connector with new faces and star players like Aaliyah Chavez, she's not threatened by other people's success. Well, you have to love that. I mean, and she's been around the block a few times, and I always say when players have been here long enough to finish the coach's sentences, she can definitely finish Jenny's sentences, whether the coach likes it or not. That's how it works, though. Wide open for a 3. I think she was surprised by how open she was that time. No question. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Oklahoma by 26. This is the largest lead of the night. Shot clock down to 13. And a 3 splashed home for McCoy. That's her second made 3 of the year.
You know, McCoy is a defender. He had 6 steals in one of the games early this year against UNT Dallas. Known for a defense, but showing you she can step out right there and make a play when need be.
Freshman, one of the 6 newcomers on the roster. And there's a steal. McCoy takes this one to the rim, and Verhulst just took it from her. The block strip.
Then the cross-court skip pass.
What a runner there by Lofton with the left hand. It's out of bounds off Culleton and goes the other way.
And Chad, you literally just talked about McCoy, and we talked about her on the defensive end. She gets out in transition right there, and Peyton says, give me that. And last time you and I were together in here, there was a block party going on in Lloyd Noble. Peyton's trying to start it back up tonight.
Yeah, this team has blocked a bunch of shots. They average 5 blocks per game. That's number 5 on the year for Verhulst. You don't have to be the highest jumper. It's anticipation and timing, right?
It truly, truly is.
3.5 to go, first half. Smith runs Poe up the 3-point line, then takes it.
Talked about a disruptor. That is what she does, Chad. That is her calling card.
Lobbing over the top, Stewart corrals it up with the left hand, no. Zyvan saved it, but threw it over the East Texas A&M bench. I would bet, this is just a bet, that if Jenny Baranczyk were to line her players up from one end of the floor to the other, that Kaya Smith would beat everybody to the other end. What do you think?
I would not put any money against that. Let me just say that. She's just so good.
And I promise you that's a foot race neither you nor I would want to be in.
My hamstrings are shaking right now just thinking about that, Chad. There's no way I want to get involved in that. My Achilles, everything right now would say, pooh, don't do that.
I'm going to fake an injury before the race even happens. 10 to shoot. Horvath finds a seam and bangs to the floor, fouled by Stewart, I believe.
Yep. They got Brooklyn on the hack. Or you could, Chad, you and I had this talk the other day.
We've had lots of talks.
A la Jerry Seinfeld. You might jump the gun and take off early.
You
think
could.
You can win?
I choose not to run. That would be my solution. Horvath for the line, perfect this year, 7 of 7. And the term that Valerie King has for this player tells you a lot about her role on this team.
The fixer.
That's right.
I mean, that is saying something, Chad. When things go wrong, she looks to Cora to be the fixer.
She did not tell us who the breaker is.
Well, there's probably a lot of breakers.
Lofton lofts up the 3, no. Good rebound in traffic there by Castillo. Horvath will drive it underneath the bucket, puts it in reverse, and Stewart impacted that shot.
She does. I mean, she just altered that. It does not go on the stat sheet as a block shot, but she definitely altered that finish at the bucket.
Rangy 6'3", Stewart. Chavez short with that one. And Horvath will take it the other way.
And these Lions want to run now. They want to push it.
Boyce twisting, but could not finish it.
I'm sorry, Chad. You can definitely see how Amaya shoots those 7 free throws a game, though. She is a downhill attacker.
Smith, beautiful step around and scores that one. Edrich got in front of her, and she just stepped right past.
That was the Oklahoma 2-step, not a Texas 2-step, but she put the East Texas A&M 2-step on the Lions right there with that finish.
There's a foul as Chavez tries to work her way up the right side.
Just talking about Kaya being such a disruptor. That is a nice little Euro step with the left hand and reaches back and kind of lofts it high and soft off the glass and a big-time finish. And she got a lot out of her minutes, Kaya Smith. And that is what Jenny Baranczyk wants to see her do more and more. And you can just see her confidence level growing, though, game by game, Chad.
And stacking those meaningful minutes out there. Wide open, Van. No, there's Stewart yanking that one down. Beers. I don't even think she left the floor.
She did not, but she carves out so much space and just got herself great position to just vacuum that rebound like she does. And you let her get it down there again, she is going to shoot a very high percentage.
Minute 20 to play in the opening half, and nice job to quickly get that ball up by Ellison so Beers couldn't block it.
That is the sneak, Chad. Sneaking it with the right hand on the left side.
Williams, all you said, just need to see one go down.
I'm just going to say, Sahara she's making me a prophet. Just, you know, she's put so much time and effort into it. And she is a really good shooter, but Sometimes you just need to get that one to go.
Oklahoma by 26. Horvath is off the mark. Long rebound plucked by McCoy. It's an unfriendly bounce. And Williams with her 5th rebound to go with 15 points. How about a Chavez high arcing 3? That's off the mark. And Bo's out of the pack with it. Fouled in the backcourt. That's only 2 team fouls against Oklahoma in the period. East Texas A&M's only committed 1.
Chad,
let's time this.
That's a made basket, right? I mean, boom, boom, 25 seconds on the shot clock. That's at 5 seconds. That's the old Dean Smith, Carolina 5-second fast break. That was even more impressive. That was after a made field goal. I mean, the Sooners, you know how you score 56 points and a half? Do that.
Horvath just got that one around Williams.
There's a reason she's called the fixer, Chad. She knows what needs to be done.
So Horvath with the first bucket of the night. Oklahoma going to play for the final shot. Shot clock is off. Chavez one-on-one against Poe. Verhulst has made 3 threes. Williams deep in the post. No. And that's going to do it for the first 20 minutes in Norman. 8th ranked Oklahoma. Doesn't look like they're tired. 5th game in 9 days. Not a problem.
No. Then again, when you have this roster right here that Jenny has, they might be able to play every day, Chad. Just let them go. They're young and they're good, and they can put the ball in the basket, man.
3 Sooners in double figures, led by Sahara Williams, who had 15 in the first half. And Oklahoma playing some sweet music, getting out and running with Reagan Beers, who has a near double-double. Sooners by 24 at the break at the Lloyd Noble Center on SEC Network. Rebounding, she can start it with defense, and she can definitely finish.
Well, she does everything. She's the jack of all trades, and tonight she stepped out 2 for 2 behind the arc, but she averages a double-double for a reason. She's on the glass. She leads the team in assists. She is, if we talk to Jenny, I would say that straw that stirs the drink. Right now, she is definitely that straw.
And she made a couple of threes in the first half. All you have to do is see one of them drop in. The floodgates opening for Sahara Williams. She is one of 3 Sooners in double figures in the first half. Verhulst made 3 threes. And Oklahoma shooting 23 of 45 in the first half. That is 51%. Now, East Texas A&M, Valerie King likes for her teams to play up-tempo. And when you're in conference play, that's one thing. But against a team with the firepower that Oklahoma has, that's a little dangerous. And it kind of felt like they were attempting, at least offensively, to slow it down a bit there in the latter stages of the first half. What'd you think?
I would agree with that, Chad. I think one of those things is she said that, you know, Valerie King, that she wanted them to be true to who they are and compete and play how they play. And one of the things you do in a game like this, though, you tell your team that you run on misses, walk it up on makes. And so when I say misses, when Oklahoma misses and you get a clean rebound, you run. You play that way. But when Oklahoma scores, you walk it up, you use a little clock, you take care of it, you can minimize a few of the possessions that way, and you're still staying true to who you really are.
Jenny Baranchek has to be happy with the way this team has performed. I mean, they are showing no ill effects of all the games that they have played. And they're going to get a little bit of time off. They'll play Coppin State November the 29th down at Fort Myers. And then they got Florida State or Missouri State in that event. Reagan Beers right into the All-American, and it pays off as it typically does.
She is so good with that left hand over that right shoulder. She just, I mean, don't think that East Texas A&M doesn't know that Oklahoma runs that high-low play to start. Did it in the first half, they did it in the second half. But knowing it is one thing, stopping it is an entirely different thing, Chad.
And that's something that opposing coaches often talk about. You can have a scouting report and think that you're ready, but until you face the pace that Oklahoma plays with and the physicality that Beers plays with, that's a different story.
Well, you and I always talk about it. I mean, Reagan is one of the tougher players in America to officiate because of the physicality that she can bring from that offensive end. And I'm not going to say it because you know what happens usually once a game because of that physicality, but we're not going to talk about that because she is doing such a great job of getting deep post position, Chad.
Horvath tracks down her own miss and resets things here for the Lions. 59-32 after Beers connects, and Oklahoma has its largest lead, 27. Posting here is Ellison taken. Zyvan from behind, weaving back and forth. Tried to step around Poe, but she took it. And Poe counterattacks. Horvath, long two. And Beers with another Oklahoma rebound. Now Verhulst, height mismatch. Didn't take advantage of it.
Chad,
a foul.
Did you see the smile? This is just a veteran player, but just something simple. We get a chance to see it again. Peyton Verhulst on the switch in transition. She passed it to Sahara, and she had the biggest smile in Lloyd Noble on her face because she knew she was going to go down and try to post Poe up in that possession, and just what she did and drew that foul. But just that's a veteran play that soon as she gave it up, she knew this is what I'm going to do, and that's how good the Sooners are. You don't. That's not something you coach. That's just instinct. These players have feel. You got to have a feel for that kind of thing. And Peyton Verhulst has great feel for the game of basketball.
Feel, high IQ for the game. She's got a complete package. And another steal here by Zaya Van. Oklahoma now with 10 steals tonight. Van dumps it down. Beers missed, though. Got her own miss, pads the stats a little bit.
Pad the stats, get you an extra offensive rebound right there, Reagan. I'm sure that Zaya doesn't appreciate it because that was a dime right there. An assist off of her list, but give Reagan the 2 and stuck to it. And I always say a little stick-to-itiveness is a good thing to have.
And that's 15 points and 8 rebounds for Reagan Beers. Horvath gets a reset for Poe to trigger, and she's fouled by Van.
Chad, we talked about this. Watch this. Watch this play. Peyton's face right here. She's like just smiling, going, you know what? I am about to post Reza Poe up right here and take advantage of the, she may be about a, 12-inch, 1-foot height advantage right there on that possession. And that gives Poe the credit that you and I talked about, Chad. How tough do you have to be to just stick your nose in there and just compete and know that, you know, they're going to come at you. And you're going to see that a few times a game. And she ends up still being able to score 15 points a game and do what she does for this Lion group, and give her credit for the competing that she does night in and night out.
Yeah, she had 19 on the road against Oklahoma State in game number 2 of the season for this club. And she is the first Lion to reach double figures. That's 10 for Poe tonight.
That's what she does. She can score.
Beers deep in the post. Fouled. Count the bucket. And Reagan Beers has put Oklahoma up now by 30.
And we talked about her with the left hand over the right shoulder. That time you saw the left hand over the right shoulder. And Zaya Van said, I didn't get that last assist, but I am going to take this assist. And Reagan said, I got you back. Zaya, good pass, good position, and just that wedge. Notice how she used her body so well.
Missed the free throw. Reset, though, to get a Chavez 3. Skips across and out. And taken down by Hedrich on the backside. Chavez harassing Hedrich in the backcourt, and the Lions will keep it.
I'm not sure Beatrice Culleton saw the action coming her way right there. She was in the line of fire.
Culleton is headed to the floor to replace Reagan Beers. 17 points, 8 rebounds for Reagan Beers.
8 for 9 from the field, Chad. 8 for 9. That is a pretty high percentage. I would take that.
Efficiency.
That is efficiency personified.
There's a Sooner foul in the backcourt. And Zaya Van commits another one. She's got 2.
Well, we talked about Kaya Smith and how she was a disruptor when she comes in the game. Zaya does it too. I mean, she's just one of those smooth athletes, though. You don't know how hard she's playing and how much she's getting done out there on that defensive end. But if you look up, she probably has about 7 or 8 deflections.
Sooners run off the miss. Chavez takes a tumble, but saves it. Back cut, Van from Verhulst, 2 more.
Again, we said feel for the game. Excellent pass, but a great cut, though, by Zaya. Just to see that opportunity, take it, and then that little hook pass by Peyton Verhulst, just easy basketball.
33-point Sooner lead. There's a foul on the shot. Poe draws it against Van, who's committed her 3rd.
Chad, look at this. I mean, that is, first off, too, a really easy, smart cut. And if you're Zaya Van, you're going to cut to the back of your defender's head. And that is exactly what she did. And Peyton saw it coming the whole time and just eyeballed it with that hook pass. And easy money for the Sooners.
Assists for Oklahoma. Verhulst has 19 assists on 27 makes. Oklahoma leading the SEC in assists, 21 per game, and they're going to roar past that tonight as Poe converts another one. 3 for 3 at the line tonight, and now 11 points for Poe. Lions testing themselves, playing in Oklahoma twice, once in Stillwater and once in Norman. And once again, they will open conference play. It's not even December yet, and they're going to open conference play in the Southland against Southeastern coming up on Saturday. 22 conference games for the Southland.
That is the second time that the Sooners have fouled a three-point jump shooter. It's been 2 different players. So just those little things that, you know, coaches always find something, Chad.
Yeah, they don't get too excited about that.
I'm sure that Coach Jenny will have a few words about that, and they'll probably view that, maybe not on tape, but they'll watch it on video.
Horvath and Williams tangled up. Loose ball the other way to the Lions. Posting this time is Dak. She scored earlier. Tried to jump hook over Culleton and just had her arms in the air.
Great job of just walling up. Not giving up an angle right there by Beatrice.
Williams a little screen to try to get Chavez free. Now Sahara Williams. High-low with Culleton. 2 more for Sahara. And she's got 17.
Great possession of running their entire offense through Sahara Williams. You could hear her barking orders like a quarterback out there. Like audibly. She was really calling the plays right there in that entire offensive possession. And she was a point forward, making plays.
That's what she was and is. Shot clock down to 10. Horvath couldn't get loose. Now splits the gap and scores it.
Great shot fake right there by Cora Horvath with the shot fake. 1 dribble drive and don't blink.
Because the Sooners score off a make as Lofton runs right to the bucket for 2 more.
The last one was 5 seconds, Chad. I think that one was 4 seconds.
End to end as quickly as anybody can go with this team.
A little zoom action right there off that pinch post, the elbow.
And Williams with the block. Palmed it from Castillo. It's loose. Great hustle. And Williams comes out for the Sooners. Oklahoma with numbers. Verhulst, 3. Rebounded by Lofton. She got another. Missed them both. Culleton blocked, and it'll stay right here. The block to Nylock Dak. Good defense there, rotating back by the Lions.
Chad, what do we talk about with the Sooners? Made field goal right there. Ball goes out, quick out of bounds. Pitch ahead, you had 1 dribble, layup, and it was 4 seconds. I mean, you had 1 dribble, 4 seconds from a made field goal. That is OU basketball right there.
First appearance for freshman Emma Tolan from Ireland tonight. And quickly out of the inbounds pass, able to get a look and drop that one down. 34-point lead.
Yeah, a little screen-to-screener action right there. And if Peyton Verhulst comes off and she's that open, just put 2 up on the board.
She's got 15 now. Another rebound here for Verhulst. 15 points and 6 boards. Tolan will line one up. And running in comes Smith. Verhulst saves it. Picked up, though, by Castillo. Boyce for 3. And Oklahoma looking to push at every opportunity. Lofton, no.
What a pass, though, by Peyton.
Telling you. Horvath was out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Sooners. Oklahoma continues to up the pace. They lead 73-39, midway through the 3rd. Drake.
Talk about sleepwalking to one. She could have been running backwards and got like that. Michael Jordan played the left-hand game. I bet Courtney Paris could have played a left-hand game and still kept that 112 streak going.
Wouldn't doubt it. Number retired here at the Lloyd Noble Center. That number 3 is up there, honoring her. Playing for the Hall of Famer Sherry Cole. Back to it. Stewart posts. Kick out 3 for Tolan. Rimmed in.
Chad, that's something you don't see a lot these days. That was a little old school inside-out basketball right there, and great pitch out right there by Brooklyn Stewart, and Emma knew what to do with it.
Yeah, she's 4 of 6 from three-point range for the year. Nice little hard drive to the bucket. Couple of free throws coming for Castillo.
I mean, this was, like we talked about, a little old school inside-out basketball. The Sooners playing through the post right there. Brooklyn bobbled it just a little bit and said, just that defensive dig down, pitch out. Emma Tolan, like you said, Chad, she ain't missing many of those 3 balls. 4 for 6. Pretty high percentage. Pretty efficient from behind the arc, I'd say.
Sooners are 8 of 22 as a team from downtown tonight. That one splashed right through there by Castillo. Castillo's got 6 points. Look at that attack. Smith, I mean, to the baseline she goes before you can blink.
She is getting better and better every single time I see her play. You can just, I mean, you can see her confidence level growing. And I mean, she's an athlete. She's got a wingspan. She works hard. She can play multiple. She can guard 1 through 4. I mean, what? You just put her out there and she makes plays.
Played 17 games as a freshman last year. Learned by watching. Learning more by playing this year.
Well, and then just the ultimate, you know, being an Oklahoma native over in Oklahoma City, PC West. She could have got her head down a little bit, and everyone else jumps in the transfer portal. And you know what she said? No, I'm going to earn my stripes. I'm going to get here and I'm going to work. And that's what Jenny said. And you can see it. I mean, you can see Kaya's confidence level growing. And just look at it right there. That was a deflection right there on that pass, Chad.
Right to the window. Effectively goes Ellison.
Great post position and just wedge. Right hand, left shoulder. Nice finish by Ellison.
Trying to get that one into Stewart, but it's batted off the backboard and collected by Nina Horvath. Stepping into a 3 comes Ellison. It's off the mark. And Tolan pulls down the rebound. Nice sweeping pass by Chavez. 3 missed, though, by Kaya Smith.
It's a big-time pass, though. I mean, that baseline drive and a nice play by Smith with the baseline drift.
Chavez stole that, and it creates the lane for Kaya Smith to score 2.
You have to love that. They're still playing hard, Chad. They have 80 points with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the 3rd period, and they are still getting after it. And that's what, you know, you said it earlier. They have depth, though. They have a lot of bodies, live bodies that you just keep bringing in the game.
Thrown up there by Hedrich. And Oklahoma back the other way quickly with 2.5 to go. This is Stewart. Turns and draws a foul.
When you say live body, you can definitely think of Brooklyn Stewart, Chad, because she is a live body. And again, just activity right there. Aaliyah Chavez getting the hands on the ball. That's a deflection. You give Aaliyah the deflection, give Kaya the steal, and then Kaya took it right to the rack. And that's the 2nd bucket she's had on the left-hand side with the right hand. We saw that Euro step in the 1st half, and then kind of a deja vu right there in the 2nd.
Kaya Smith's got 6 points as Stewart hits the first of a pair. First point tonight for Brooklyn Stewart, the freshman. She is fun to be around. Jenny Baranczyk has told a couple of stories about her that are unique. Number 1, she chest bumped Coach Baranczyk in practice, which was a first, and also told Coach, good job on a halftime speech.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech. That's what I told Jenny. She kind of goes, I'm not sure it was.
Nice give and go there, but unable to convert was Ellison. Sahara Williams the other way. Chavez, smooth stroke, and that one is down for Aaliyah Chavez.
Talking to Jenny, that is a shot that she feels very comfortable taking and making, and that's the first one to drop for her in transition tonight, but she's comfortable shooting that shot, Chad, that pull-up.
9 for Chavez, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week. Under 2 to go in the period. Oklahoma by 42. Ellison banks her way down, but you don't want to get physical with Williams. She sprints the other way and just couldn't quite corral it. She's going to be upset that she didn't get it.
That was a very good pass, and pitch ahead. Head and eyes are always up with Aaliyah Chavez as well. Her head and eyes are always up, and You're right, Chad. Sahara was wishing she can get that one back.
Leading in the effort category, as is typical for Sahara Williams. Chavez, hand in the passing lane and the steal. Sooners have numbers. Chavez will pop. Mid-range is one of her better elements, but that was off.
It is, and that was a little old school transition. Stop and pop at the foul line, and didn't find the bottom of the net, but that's an old school fundamental play that we just witnessed by Aaliyah Chavez.
Ellison hits another three. Ellison's having a good night. She's got 14 now. That's her second three.
She is letting it fly from behind the arc.
Love it.
I know you do, Chad. You tee it up, let it fly.
Smith, back cut, the feed from Stewart. The Sooners are approaching 90.
Just simple basketball is good. Simple is good. Nice cut, nice pass, finish. You look up, you have 87 points.
You know, basketball's not complicated, Pooh. The people who play basketball are complicated.
They just sometimes make it complicated, Chad. That is great basketball right there. I always say it, simple is good.
That one goes off the foot of Chavez. 9 to shoot for the Lions. 14 seconds left in the third. Oklahoma has outscored East Texas A&M 31-14 here in this third quarter. In it goes. Ellison going to work again. Ellison's kind of feeling it here in the third quarter. Chavez splits two defenders. Lost it on the way up, and that'll do it through three tonight. 41-point Oklahoma advantage. Sooners back home and enjoying their time at the Lloyd Noble Center, Pooh.
Simple is good, Chad. We keep saying it right here. Look, ball movement, give and go. The oldest play in the game. Sooners making the game look easy. Payton is 5 for 8, 3 for 6 from behind the arc. I mean, very efficient too, those three that we had on that double-double watch list.
I love that word.
Night.
I love that word. I think coaches do too with all the analytics. There's a quest to be more efficient, and those three certainly have been tonight. To the fourth we go. We'll see how long the Sooner starters play. They may not be in the game long enough to record a double-double, and it's inconsequential.
Sooners working on their matchup right here, though. That's what they're doing.
A three way off the mark from Dak.
Well, Sahara got one of those two.
Van. Williams has that one go out of bounds. That was close to another rebound for Sahara Williams.
She almost chalked up the double-double right there in one possession.
Early fourth, the Sooners have 4 starters plus the freshman Tolan on the floor. And there's Williams, count the bucket, and a foul.
She is just the energizer bunny player for these Sooners. I mean, we said one person, one player can make a majority. It is contagious, Chad. Her energy and her effort level, it is contagious. A little jump stop right there, got herself under control and absorbed the contact. And she usually dishes the contact. And one opportunity.
She is relentless.
It's the word. That is a word to sum her game. You can sum up her game.
20 for Sahara Williams tonight. 9 rebounds to go along with that. And the Oklahoma lead is 44 now. Scoop shot, no, but 2 free throws for Sarah Gatwich. Just a freshman is Gatwich. Came off the bench and scored 23 in her collegiate debut. It's UT Dallas, made 4 threes.
Well, it is talking to Coach King. Valerie King said that Sarah Gatwich is one of those young freshmen that, you know, sometimes freshmen don't know any better, Chad. They don't know what they don't know. You just go and play. And that is what she does. She brings it every single day. And I think one of the things that Coach talked about was just getting her and pushing her on the defensive end, which she's not alone. That's most freshmen. So
yeah, have you seen a freshman that comes in and is just a lockdown defender from day one? They may think they are.
I've been around a long time. I'm still waiting to see that, Chad.
Beers quickly into the post. Got her own miss. Up and in.
Had those offensive rebounding stats right there. Sahara wanted that high-low assist. Reagan said, let me go ahead and get one rebound closer to that double-double myself.
Horvath, the baseline drive. Nice find in Poe on the three-point line. Verhulst head up. Tolan sprints. And a foul underneath, a blocking foul.
Chad, you know who Peyton Verhulst is? She's a big-time quarterback that throws the receiver to the open spot. You can see that coming the entire time. Like, Peyton's head and eyes were up, and she was looking at Emma Tolan like, okay, I need you to hit another gear because I'm waiting to pass this, and I'm about to let it fly, and you better go get it.
Look at the assist numbers, 25-4. By the way, that was an offensive foul against Tolan. Horvath is bumped by Tolan, so 2 quick fouls against the freshman. Emma Tolan, native of Ireland, and she played with the Irish under-19 national team this summer. Broke her thumb, so she broke her thumb, then had some visa difficulties getting to Norman, and much of her learning has come from observation rather than playing. But some players learn better from watching than they do playing, and she's been a quick study, Jenny Garancek said. 2-on-1. Sahara Williams converts on the other end. She's got 22.
Yes, she does, and that was another good pass. Easy play by Peyton Verhulst, dropping her dimes out here all over this Lloyd Noble floor, and thought Sahara was going to go with the left-hand scoop, but she brought it back to the right on the finish.
Foul on the rebound. That will be against Gatwich. And Sahara Williams draws another foul. 2 fouls against East Texas A&M. And 2 minutes into the fourth, it's the Sooners 94-48.
Four out, one in. Sooners love this action. Usually that high-low from Sahara right down to Reagan.
Especially when that one in is an All-American, right?
If you have that one in wearing number 15 by the name of Reagan Beers, that's pretty good offense, Chad.
6 straight for Oklahoma. And they have doubled up East Texas A&M.
Good math right there, too, by the way, Chad.
Some of the very little math I can do. Van got blocked. Poe wants to push. And batted out of bounds by Williams.
This Sooner group is just going to be interesting to watch as the season progresses. Just that the way their depth keeps growing. Because right now you can see it. You can see Keziah Lofton. You can see Brooklyn Stewart. You can see Kaya Smith. You even see tonight Emma Tolan getting some good minutes and quality and stepping in. You know she can stretch the floor and make threes. But it's just the way this depth progresses is how much this Sooner team is going to grow and how far they could end up going, because the ceiling's very high right now, Chad.
22 points, 11 rebounds now for Sahara Williams. Verhulst over the top on the high-low dish, and Verhulst now has 17.
Just so many. We talked about all the offensive weapons, and tonight they're showing you. Coach talked about the defense, and it is growing.
Beers just took that one away. This is one of 5 games tonight in the SEC. Texas and South Carolina both are in action as well, as Beers misses on her 3 try. Verhulst now has a double-double, and Beers has 2 more. Sahara Williams with the dish.
There's a reason she leads the team in assists, and she knew that was going in. She threw a bullet, too, by the way. That was a fastball. That was definitely not the changeup, Chad. And Peyton just, I mean, those hands are so soft. She just caught it and made it look easy. And left hand, right shoulder, chalk up 2 more for the Sooners, and they're on a century mark right now.
This is a 10-0 run. Poe fouled by Van. That is 4 on Zaya Van.
Second time she's fouled a jump shooter too tonight. First time with a 3-pointer behind the arc. And again, coaches will always find things. So I'm sure Zaya will hear about that. And just something to learn, because, I mean, those could cost you later on in a big-time SEC game. Foul and jump shooters. Just contest with high hands, make a tough shot, box out, rebound, keep it going.
Big round of applause for the Oklahoma starters, 3 of whom will exit this game with a double-double. 3 Oklahoma players. Sahara Williams, Peyton Verhulst, Reagan Beers have a double-double tonight.
So we had a double-double watch coming out of the break, and we watched all 3 of them reach that double-double. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I think we had a double-double watch there for about 5 minutes.
Didn't take long.
Successful watch.
And we watched them all get it done.
Talked about that triple double-double. Is that what we call that?
The triple-double.
And the way Sahara Williams is handing out assists, she could have gotten that triple-double at some point.
She was working at it.
5:40 to go. Back to the basket. Castillo turns it over. Oklahoma now has really been turning up the turnover machine for East Texas A&M.
It's just, I mean, it's just they get you playing at the pace that they want to play at. And we talked about it. I mean, Valerie King said that East Texas A&M is going to play with pace for the remainder of this year in those 22 conference games. And I think they'll get a lot out of it. But tonight, I mean, you're running up against a juggernaut, though, Chad. This is an offensive juggernaut, especially in transition.
Tolan got stripped on the way up. There's Poe launching. Another rebound for Kai Smith, who's fouled, trying to take off. That's one way to stop Oklahoma from running in transition.
The old stop foul, the take foul.
The take.
Take the foul right there and stop transition. And that was only number 3, so you got a couple to give. May not have been a bad decision, Chad.
That's number 3 on Castillo. Now we'll see that Tolan. Look at this lineup. It's freshmen and sophomores, and Tolan is the point guard. Stewart finds the rim, and Smith finds her with the assist.
They love that give and go out of that high post. And it is a nice, sharp game speed cut right there. And a dime right there, and that assist number just keeps growing.
The other thing about this lineup for Oklahoma, they don't have a player that's shorter than 6 foot on the floor.
Oh, that is long. I mean, you have length out there, Chad. Activity. Speaking of activity, there's Kai Smith going, chasing that long shot, long rebound.
And we've got our final media stoppage of the night. Oklahoma has put this one away long ago, over the century mark, and cruising to a win at the Lloyd Noble Center.
These were the exact 3 that were on the graphic in the open, though, that you and I said could go for 25 to 30 on any given night, and they almost did it all in the same night, Chad.
They did. Reagan Beers, that's 4 20-point double-doubles this year. 4.5 to play. McCoy off the mark with a 3, and there's Tolan reaching up to pluck that rebound away. Little missed connection there. Lions go the other way. Going to start conference play coming up Saturday is East Texas A&M. And as we said, so cool for them, a year ahead of schedule. They are postseason eligible.
Switching 1 through 5 right here too, Chad, as Brooklyn Stewart kicks that ball.
And you can. I mean, with the players you have out there, right?
And I was going to say, did you not see? I mean, Castillo's a fast little guard, and Beatrice Culleton was in a stance and did a really good job of staying in front and then switching when those two came together right there defensively.
There goes Horvath. And Culleton, I'm not sure if she blocked it, certainly impacted it with her 6'3" frame coming around. Oklahoma's blocked 5 shots in this game, which is right at their season average. Stewart, those long arms.
That was a great read by Brooklyn Stewart. And you know what you call that, Chad? That's called helping the helper. So you had a help go across to help on that drive. She helped the helper, cracked down, got that steal. That is good basketball on the defensive end.
Beatrice Culleton might have taken a shot to the nose on the backside. She's at the end of this play as Horvath launches a 3, and they're going to stop play and get Beatrice Culleton some attention. Sub her out. Dafa Sissoko, the freshman from Paris, France, is in.
Let's hope Beatrice is okay. You can see it. You're right. I think she just took a shot right to the nose there, Chad. That does not feel good. I will say that from, it's been probably 30-plus years since I played, and I can still feel a couple of them, but I'm just thinking about it. That's not a good feeling. So let's hope she's okay.
Here's Tolan. Kaya Smith picks it up. Under 10 to shoot. She's directing traffic. Sissoko got her a screen. To the bucket she goes, and to the foul line she will go. Ellison came over and fouled her.
Did we say she had that same left hand on the right side with that Euro? That was a little more from the slot. The last one was a little more baseline, but she was going back to the well, though. She was going with the same move.
Hey, it's worked.
There's an old saying, right, Chad? If it ain't broke, I don't know if it's not proper English, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know, quite honestly, Pooh, I'm not sure what proper English is anymore. We try.
We're putting forth effort, but you're right. You're right, Jack. Hey, we'll own it.
So
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it. Kaya Smith drops down the first of 2. Jenny Baranczyk getting a good look at these young players. Sissoko, freshman. Stewart's a freshman. Kaya Smith is a sophomore. And then you got the freshman Emma Tolan out there getting some extended minutes. You're looking at 4 freshmen and a sophomore for Oklahoma right now.
And Kaya Smith, I mean, Chad, we talked about being a disruptor. Look, I mean, she led that to that fast break, that transition basket with that deflection that led to a steal, which led to the layup in transition.
Often becomes the 5th Sooner in double figures tonight. She has 10 points and 7 boards. And she's got a block right there.
She has those long arms, just so active. It's a good-looking freshman. She can be a really good player for the Sooners.
Stewart posting. Might have gotten away with one, but who cares? She made a little jump hook over the right shoulder.
Yeah, see, you've been around me too long, Chad. I think everyone travels, and I think you're right on that one.
Horvath lands a 3 back the other way.
For Horvath, could definitely 40% three-point shooter. She can put him in the hole.
There's the 2-minute warning and a run through there for Nina Horvath. Tolan stays with her, blocks it, but fouls her. So a couple of free throws coming here for Horvath, her second season at East Texas A&M. We said 5 games around the SEC. The SEC as a conference coming into the night, 66-3 as a conference. You just kind of laugh at just how good they've been. And, you know, one of those losses was Oklahoma's to a top 3 UCLA team on the road. It's a conference that they test the boundaries with the opponents that they face. Sooners were picked 4th in the SEC preseason poll. Oklahoma, every year that Jenny Baranczyk has been the head coach, they have either met or bettered the preseason prediction. They had those back-to-back titles on the way out of the Big 12 conference. Last year making it to the Sweet 16.
I mean, Jenny, you just give her teams credit. She's done it everywhere she's been as the head coach. Did the same thing at Drake. I mean, just her teams play with pace. They play hard. They play together. And just, I mean, people want to come here, as evident by Aaliyah Chavez coming to play for the Sooners. People want to play for Coach Baranczyk.
They score and they smile. And people like that.
It's a fun brand of basketball. It is. I mean, who doesn't want to play, you know, they share the ball. They play together. They smile. They have a good time. And Jenny does a great job of just directing the traffic and being the architect over there on the sideline.
And they do a lot of winning as they have tonight. Scoop and score there from McCoy as we approach a minute left. Oklahoma long ago putting this one away. They have 3 double-doubles, the triple double-double tonight. And off the bench, a couple of more in double figures. Brooklyn and Stewart. And she's got 8.
And as soon as we were talking about how fun and how everything, Jenny wasn't very happy, Chad. I was looking right at her, and she started because after that turnover that led to the pick 6 layup for the Lions, Jenny said, you guys can say all that, but I'm not very happy right now.
You know, the other thing about a game like this is Oklahoma's able to rest players. Aaliyah Chavez getting some rest over there, and I know they wanted to get some rest for both her and Zaya Van. They've been able to do that in this victory.
Yes, they have. I mean, that's one of the, it's a great thing because these young players like Keziah Lofton right there with the finish. She's getting great experience right now, stepping up, making plays on the defensive end, scoring. This is, I'm assuming, her career high right now. Just being active, and it's good for them.
She'll better that career high at some point.
I would put money on that.
But it doesn't for her tonight. Shot clock is off. Oklahoma going to move to 5-1 on the season. they'll get a few days off because their next game doesn't come up until the 29th in Fort Myers against Coppin State. A little two-game event that they're going to play in Fort Myers. Fans coming to their feet here at the Lloyd Noble Center. Oklahoma runs away with a win over East Texas A&M. 112-59 is your final score. 3 double-doubles as Peyton Verhulst, Reagan Beers, and Sahara Williams all produce a double-double. In all, Jenny Baranchek had 5 players score in double figures. Pretty complete victory, Pooh.
Chad, well, I mean, I don't know where to start, what to say, other than, I mean, we talked about, I used the word a juggernaut on the offensive end that played excellent defense tonight, held another opponent to 26% field goal shooting. I mean, what can you not say, Chad? They shared the ball at a ridiculous clip. The Sooners were just being themselves. 32 assists. When's the last time you said 32 assists at the end of a game?
I promise you it was at the end of an Oklahoma women's basketball game. I know that it has happened before as they huddle up at center court. Oklahoma shoots 54%, 9 of 25 from three-point range.